Good morning, student. Today I'm going to start the chapter 2nd. Its topic is national income and related aggregates. This is part 1. Key points of this chapter: the concept of investment, its type, the concept of depreciation, capital loss, domestic territory, normal residence of a country, factor cost, market price, NIT, NFIA, factor payments, transfer payment, domestic income, and national income. In this video, I'm going to cover these three topics: the concept of investment and its type, the concept of depreciation, and capital loss. Let me start with the concept of investment and its type. In economics, investment is taken as a real investment but not as a financial investment. It's mean that the purchase of existing papers, securities, bonds, or debenture or second hand assets are not considered as a investment. In very general way, if in real life you had heard that if someone purchased new jewelry or second hand car, scooter, or bike, or purchases a plot, then they normally say we had done investment. But in economics, these type of purchasing is not considered as a investment. Only real investment is considered as an investment. Why we don't consider financial investment as an investment in economics? Because there is only change of ownership, a shift of ownership. Take the example: if you had purchased a plot, so this plot, now you are the owner of that plot, but before that someone else is the owner of that plot. So in this way there is only shift of ownership. There is not any changes in capital. There is not any changes in production capacity of the economy. That is why financial investment are not considered as a investment in economics. In economics only real investment are considered. So what is real investment? Real investment means creation of new capital assets. Why we consider real investment? Because it increases production capacity of economy. Let me understand in a more proper way. So first of all, concept and component of investment. What is investment or what is capital formation? Actually investment and capital formation both are the same thing. So what is investment or what is capital formation? It refers to increase in the stock of capital. So first of all, we needed to understand the meaning of capital. Already you had learned about capital goods. So stock of capital means it is about the capital goods, and capital goods means machinery, equipment, plant, etc., that is used for production of other goods. Okay, so when there is increase in the number of machinery, capital, plants, etc., then only it is considered as a net investment. Okay, and sorry, and in equation it is denoted with the help of I is equal to del K, and its explanation is here. I stand for investment, K stand for capital stock, and del K stand for change in capital stock. If there is increase in the number of machinery in a year, then only it is investment. If in the beginning a firm is having suppose 10 machinery and at the end of the year is also having 10 machinery, it's mean there is no investment. If suppose initially it having 10 machinery and it is having 12 machinery, it's mean there is investment. Okay, now type of investment. So investment term is used in a two way: gross investment and net investment. Let we understand it. So first of all, gross investment: total addition to the capital stock of economy in a given period is termed as a gross investment. It includes inventory investment and fixed investment. Component of investment: if you want to understand the real meaning of gross, so you have to understand the component of investment. Okay, So what are the component of gross investment? Gross investment is the sum total of two things. First is fixed investment and second is inventory investment, and this fixed investment include three things: net value of machinery and equipment, construction of business premises, and depreciation of fixed assets. Now, net value of machinery and equipment, it's related to whatever the changes in the number of machinery and equipment. Construction of building premises means if there is any change or there is a construction of new plant. Okay, and depreciation of fixed asset, it is related to expenditure that is done on replacement and repairment of the machinery that a firm is having. Okay, now we are going to understand fixed investment and inventory investment in detail. What is fixed investment? So fixed investment refers to increase in the stock of fixed assets. Okay, so increase in the stock of fixed assets is known as a fixed investment. Here is given one example. Suppose there is a firm in the beginning of 2019, it is having 8 machinery. Now at the end of 2019 it is having 10 machinery. It's mean there is increase of fixed assets by 2 machine. So these 2 machine, the expenditure done on these 2 machine is known as a investment, fixed investment. Okay, and this is the equation to calculate fixed investment. Fixed investment means increase in the stock of fixed assets with the producer during an accounting year. And how it is calculated? By this stock of fixed assets with the producer in the beginning minus stock of fixed asset with the producer at the beginning of the accounting year. Okay, so in this way fixed investment is also called fixed capital formation. Why? Because if there is increase in the number of machinery, equipments, if there is increase, then only it is known as a fixed investment. What is significance of fixed investment? So if there is increase in the number of machinery, equipment or plant, it means that it is going to increase the production capacity of the producer. When there is increase in the production capacity of the producer, it's mean the level of output in the economy, yani economy is able to produce more goods. When there is production of more good, it's mean there will be increase in GDP. Okay, and that is the important. It's mean more machinery means more production, and more production means more GDP. Now second, inventory investment. What is inventory investment? Inventory investment means increase in change in inventory stock. Change in inventory stock during a year is called as a inventory investment. And now first of all we needed to understand the meaning of inventory stock. The inventory stock means the stock of finished goods, the stock of semi-finished good and raw material. A producer is always have the stock of finished goods, semi-finished good and raw materials. It is known as a inventory stock. If there is change in inventory stock, that is known as a inventory investment. And this is the equation to calculate inventory investment. So inventory investment means change in inventory stock during an accounting year. How we calculate it? Inventory stock at the end of the accounting year, inventory stock at the beginning of accounting year. Its difference is known as a change in inventory stock. Now what is the significance of inventory investment? We had learned about the significance of fixed assets. If more machinery are purchased, it's mean more production can be done. More production means more GDP. Same way, inventory investment is also very important for a firm. How? So if a firm is going to have raw material stock, sorry, if a firm is going to have the stock of raw materials, it's mean there will be no delay in production, because it ensure uninterrupted supply of inputs. In the same way, if a producer is going to have the supply of finished good or having the stock of finished good, it's mean the firm is able to meet the production, to meet the potential demand for their products. So I can give you example. In wedding season or in festival season, there is more demands of goods. Okay, like if suppose I take the example of Diwali, so every family purchases sweets, so there is more demand of sweet in compared to normal days. In the same way, if there is wedding season, there is more demand of cloths, more demand of vegetables, more demand of other things. So there is immediately increase in the demand of these goods. So producers know that Diwali is about to come, our wedding season is about to start, so they keep themselves the stock of finished good, so that they can meet the potential demand of their product in near future. So this is the important of finished good. If suppose they don't have the stock of finished goods, so when there is a wedding season and more demand of clothes, more demands of vegetables, more demands of fruits, more demands of sweets, whatever we find in wedding season, so they are not able to meet the demand. But if they are having the proper stock of finished good, then they can able to meet the potential demand. Okay, now the next topic is net investment. So gross investment tell us about the total addition in existing capital stock, and there it is the sum total of two things: fixed investment as well as investment. But there is one difference between gross investment and net investment, that is net investment. There is one difference is this: when we subtract depreciation from gross investment, we get net investment. So what it's mean? So during the production process, some amount of capital goods is consumed up or used up. Okay, and this consumption of fixed capital in the production process is called depreciation or consumption of fixed capital. Okay, and what net investment is stated? Net investment is the actual addition to the capital stock of economy. Okay, so what is difference between the net investment and gross investment? For that I'm going to use the next slide. Okay, remember, gross investment includes investment includes fixed gross investment includes fixed investment and inventory investment, and fixed investment includes net value of machinery, equipment, construction of business premises, and depreciation of fixed assets. When we don't add this third component, then it become net investment. Yani this first one, second one plus this inventory investment is known as a net investment. Okay, here I had I had explained it with example. Suppose a firm is having 10 machinery. Okay, it's mean, and one machine is able to produce 10x, it's mean 10 machine is able to produce 100x. Okay, now suppose this firm purchases two machine to replace two old machine. In this way, there is no change in the production capacity of firm. In this way, gross investment includes both the thing: expenditure by the production on purchase of new assets as well expenditure on the replacement of existing assets. So gross investment is not able to show the net addition to the capital stock. Because of this, we needed to understand the concept of net investment. Okay, net investment is related to increase in the production capacity of the producer, and it is only the net investment that is needed to accelerate the pace of growth. So here we can see ki gross investment, net investment plus depreciation, and net investment, when we subtract depreciation from gross investment, that is we get net investment. So in net investment we don't add expenditure on replacement of one or fixed assets are replacement investment. Now significance of net investment. Okay, when there is increase in the stock of capital goods, it's mean that there is more opportunity of employment. When there is more employment, it's mean there is more production capacity in the economy, and it is going to increase the growth of a economy. In this way, net investment enhance production capacity, it generate more employment opportunity, it promotes efficiency of labor, and it accelerates GDP growth. Now, the difference between gross investment and net investment. Okay, gross investment includes expenditure on replacement as well as expenditure on purchase of new assets. On the other hand, net investment only includes expenditure by the producer on the purchase of new assets only. More specifically, it does not include expenditure by the producer on the replacement of existing assets. Okay. Second point, it includes replacement investment. On the other hand, net investment does not include replacement investment. Third is, it does not show the net addition to the existing capital. On the other hand, net investment show net addition to the existing capital stock. Now, depreciation are expenditure on the purchase, expenditure on replacement or repairment of existing stock. It is also known as a consumption of fixed capital. What we mean by the depreciation? So depreciation is defined as a fall in the value of fixed assets due to normal wear and tear and expected obsolescence. The concept of depreciation is very important in economics to understand the difference between gross value and net value. The term gross is included when we are calculating gross investment, that time depreciation is included, and when we are calculating net investment, that time depreciation is excluded. Okay, so here we can say when there we are calculating gross investment, then there is net investment plus depreciation is added. When we are calculating net investment, then we are going to subtract depreciation. Now, causes of depreciation. So there are two causes of depreciation: normal wear and tear. What is normal wear and tear? So during the production process, the production capacity of the fixed assets goes on declining because of continuous use. So it is very genuine fact that when we make the use of anything again and again for the several year, its mean its capacity or its performance is not going to be same as it is when it is new. Okay, for example, take the example of your bike, scooty. When you purchase it, when it is new, its mileage is more, and after 10 years it is not going to give the same mileage. Okay, the same way, initially when a machine is new, its production efficiency is more, but after 5 or 10 years its production efficiency is not going to be same. So this is known as a normal wear and tear, and it happens because of weather changes, because of regular use. Now, the second reason is expected obsolescence. So, what is this? There are two things. Loss, uh, expected obsolescence is because of two things. First is change in technology, okay, and second is change in demand, okay. So, no doubt कि today whatever things we are using after 10 years, that is not going to be useful. Take the example of keypad phone. Initially everyone is using keypad phone, okay, but now everyone is using Android set. So that is change in technology, okay. So because of that, the firm have to replace its old machine and they have to purchase new machines so that they can produce new type of goods. Now second is change in demand. Obviously when we go to back 30 years, so there people uses more rubber suits, but today is the more fashion of rubber suits. The same way, uh, if you go to the 10-year back, there is a fashion of denim pant, but today is the fashion of narrow bottom pant. Our girls is using plazo. Before that there is not the fashion of plazo. So these type of change in demand make the producers to make the changes in their pattern of production, okay. So these are known as a foreseen changes they have to do, yeah, expected obsolescence. Now for depreciation, because depreciation is a natural thing and every producer know that after the some time they have to replace their machine because they are not able to do the production in the same way, they are going to worn out. Otherwise there will be change in the demand, yeah, there will be change in technology. So they have to replace and repair, they have to repair their machinery. For that they uh, have depreciation reserve fund. So depreciation reserve fund refers to the fund which producer keep for replacement investment. To replace the machinery they have a fund, okay. What is significance of depreciation reserve fund? So depreciation reserve fund is fund to replace the worn out fixed asset. It fulfilled the need of replacement investment. Lack of depreciation reserve fund implies lack of replacement investment. Accordingly, overall investment in the economy tends to fall. This leads to fall in the level of output, and this uh, the level of income and employment will fall. The economy will slip into a economic slowdown. In this way there will be very harsh condition in the economy, so there will be no problem of economic slowdown. So for that the producer always maintain depreciation reserve fund so that they can replace their machinery, and if there is any requirement of repairment they can do it without any interruption. Now next topic is capital loss, yeah, unexpected obsolescence. So capital loss of value of fixed assets owing to unexpected obsolescence is called capital loss. And what is unexpected obsolescence? It occurs due to natural calamities like earthquake, floods, or fall in the market value of the assets when there is economic recession, okay. And these are not expected. We don't know कि when there will be earthquake, we don't know कि when there will be the problem of flood, okay. And when there is problem of flood or earthquake, obviously there will be some type there will be damage in the production firm. The machinery is going to be ruined up if there is a earthquake. So these problem we can't see. We know it may be and it cannot be. We don't know about when it is going to be happen. That is why it is known as a unexpected obsolescence, okay. And only expected obsolescence is considered for the estimation of depreciation, not the unexpected. Now difference between consumption of fixed capital and capital loss, this is very important for your board examination, okay. Consumption of fixed capital means depreciation, okay. So depreciation is fall in the value of fixed assets due to expected obsolescence. Capital loss, it refers to loss or fall in the value of fixed assets while these are not in use are because of unexpected obsolescence. Okay, it is a loss due to normal wear and tear, accidental damage, and expected obsolescence. On the other hand, capital loss is because of natural calamities or fall in the market value of assets during recession. Okay, for the depreciation or consumption of fixed capital, we maintain या for maintain depreciation reserve fund. On the other hand, for the capital loss, firms manage it through the insurance. Okay, so what is the difference between consumption of fixed capital and capital loss? Consumption of fixed capital means depreciation. There is also fall in the fixed asset. In capital loss, there is also fall in the fixed asset. But in depreciation, there is the fall in the fixed asset, the value of fixed assets due to wear and tear are expected obsolescence. On the other hand, when there is fall in the value of fixed assets due to natural disasters or due to the recession, then it is known as a capital loss. For depreciation, we maintain depreciation reserve fund. On the other hand, for the capital loss, firms maintains firm manage it with the insurance. Thank you.